Let's talk directly and clearly about what so many seniors and retirees across the United States are asking right now. Everywhere you look, people are talking about a possible $2,000 stimulus check in 2026. Friends are calling each other, family members are sharing messages, and social media is full of claims saying payments are coming, already approved, or just waiting to be sent out. For older adults who depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, or a pension, this kind of news can feel hopeful but also confusing. In this video, we are going to slow everything down and explain what is really happening, what is confirmed, what is still being discussed, and what seniors should realistically expect as we move closer to 2026. To understand whether a $2,000 stimulus check is actually happening, we need to look at the bigger picture first. Stimulus payments did not come out of nowhere in the past. They were created during times of national economic stress, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. Those payments were designed to help people survive sudden job losses, rising costs, and economic shutdowns. Many seniors remember receiving one $200, $600, or one $400 checks during that period, and for many households, that money made a real difference. Because those payments were real in the past, it is understandable that people wonder if something similar could happen again. Right now, the United States is facing a different kind of pressure. Inflation may not be as high as it was at its peak, but prices are still much higher than they were just a few years ago. Seniors feel this more than almost anyone else. Grocery bills are higher, rent and property taxes continue to rise, and medical costs remain a serious concern. Even with annual cost of living adjustments to Social Security, many retirees feel like their monthly checks simply are not stretching far enough. This ongoing financial pressure is the main reason discussions about new stimulus-style payments keep coming back. As of now, there is no officially approved $2,000 stimulus check scheduled to be sent out in 2026. This is one of the most important facts to understand. No law has been passed that guarantees such a payment, and no federal agency has announced a confirmed payment plan. However, that does not mean the conversation is over or that help is impossible. It simply means that what people are seeing online right now is often speculation, proposals, or misunderstandings rather than finalized policy. Much of the confusion comes from political discussions and proposed ideas. Some lawmakers and advocacy groups have publicly talked about the need for additional financial relief for seniors and low-income Americans. These discussions sometimes include round numbers like $1,000 or $2,000 because those amounts are easy to understand and get attention. When these ideas are shared out of context, they can quickly turn into rumors that sound like official announcements, even when they are not. Another reason the $2,000 figure keeps appearing is because of how previous stimulus payments were structured. Many people remember receiving checks around that amount when multiple payments were combined or when additional credits were included. Over time, those memories can blend together, making it seem like a single $2,000 payment is familiar and likely. In reality, past payments were spread across different bills and different time periods. It is also important to understand how government payments actually become real. Before any stimulus check can be sent, a bill must be proposed, debated, passed by Congress, and signed into law. That process can take months or even years, and many proposals never make it all the way through. Even when a bill passes, the final version often looks very different from the original idea that people first heard about. This is why relying on early headlines or social media posts can lead to disappointment. For seniors, the more realistic focus right now is on existing benefit programs and how they may change in 2026. Social Security remains the backbone of income for millions of retirees. Cost of living adjustments are reviewed annually, and while they help, they rarely keep up perfectly with real-world expenses. SSI and SSDI recipients also face strict income limits and rules that can make financial stability challenging. Veterans receiving VA benefits have their own adjustment systems, but they too are affected by rising costs. There is ongoing discussion in Washington about strengthening these existing programs instead of issuing one-time stimulus checks. Some policymakers argue that improving monthly benefits provides more long-term security than sending a single payment. Others believe that emergency-style payments are still necessary when costs spike or when vulnerable populations fall behind. This debate is one of the reasons there is so much mixed messaging about what might happen in 2026. Another factor to consider is the federal budget. Stimulus payments cost hundreds of billions of dollars, and lawmakers are very aware of this. With national debt and budget deficits being major political issues, any proposal for direct payments faces intense scrutiny. This does not mean assistance is impossible, but it does mean that any new stimulus plan would likely come with strict eligibility rules or be targeted toward specific groups, such as seniors with low income or people receiving certain benefits. Some of the most common claims circulating right now suggest that seniors on Social Security will automatically receive a $2,000 check in 2026. This is not accurate. Social Security payments are managed separately from stimulus programs, and any additional payment would require separate authorization. Seniors should be especially cautious about messages that say payments are already approved or that action must be taken immediately to receive them. These claims often cause unnecessary stress and can even open the door to scams. Scammers frequently take advantage of confusion around government payments. They may send emails, text messages, or phone calls claiming to help people claim their stimulus money. In reality, government agencies do not ask for personal information this way. Any legitimate payment would be announced clearly through official channels, and no one would need to pay a fee or provide sensitive information to receive it. Staying informed and cautious is one of the best protections seniors have. While a $2,000 stimulus check is not confirmed, there are still important developments seniors should watch closely. Discussions about expanding tax credits, increasing benefit adjustments, or providing targeted relief for healthcare and housing costs are ongoing. These changes may not come as a single check, but they can still make a meaningful difference in monthly finances. Sometimes, quieter changes have a bigger long-term impact than headline-grabbing payments. It is also worth remembering that state-level programs sometimes offer relief separate from federal action. Some states provide rebates, tax credits, or assistance programs aimed at seniors and retirees. These programs vary widely depending on where someone lives, but they can add up to significant help over time. Staying connected to local resources and trusted information sources can uncover options that are easy to miss. As we move toward 2026, the key message for seniors is this: stay informed, stay realistic, and focus on what is confirmed rather than what is rumored. Hope is important, but clarity is even more important when planning a household budget. Understanding how benefits work, what changes are possible, and how government decisions are actually made helps protect against disappointment and misinformation. In the next part of this video, we will go deeper into what specific benefit changes could realistically happen in 2026, how seniors can prepare financially even without a new stimulus check, and what warning signs to watch for when hearing claims about guaranteed payments. This information can help older adults feel more confident and secure, no matter what decisions are made in Washington. Now let's continue the conversation by focusing on what seniors can realistically expect moving into 2026 and how to prepare, regardless of whether a $2,000 stimulus check becomes reality or not. This part is about clarity, stability, and practical understanding, because for older adults, reliable information matters more than hopeful rumors. One of the most important things to understand is that financial support for seniors in the United States rarely comes all at once. Instead of large one-time checks, the government more often adjusts existing systems. Social Security is the clearest example of this. Each year, cost of living adjustments are calculated based on inflation data, and while these increases may seem small month to month, they shape income for the entire year. In 2026, another adjustment is expected, but it is unlikely to fully erase the pressure seniors feel from higher prices. Still, this adjustment remains one of the most dependable forms of income protection for retirees. For seniors who receive supplemental security income, the situation is even more sensitive. SSI is designed for people with very limited income and resources, and even small changes in expenses can cause real hardship. There have been ongoing discussions about reforming SSI rules, including raising asset limits and improving monthly payment levels. These discussions do not always make headlines, but if changes are approved, they could provide long-term relief that is more stable than a one-time stimulus payment. SSDI recipients are in a similar position. Many people on disability benefits face rising costs while being unable to return to work. Lawmakers are aware of this gap, and proposals have been made to protect disability beneficiaries from falling behind. Again, these efforts usually focus on monthly benefits rather than lump sum checks, but they are still a critical part of the broader picture. Veterans receiving VA benefits also continue to watch developments closely. VA payments are adjusted separately from Social Security, and while they do receive cost of living increases, many veterans face additional medical and housing expenses. Discussions around veteran support often include expanded healthcare access and supplemental assistance rather than direct stimulus-style payments, but these changes can significantly reduce out-of-pocket costs over time. Another reason a $2,000 stimulus check is uncertain is the political environment. By 2026, lawmakers will be balancing economic concerns, budget priorities, and public pressure. Some leaders argue that sending out large checks adds to inflation, while others believe targeted relief is necessary to protect vulnerable populations. Because of this divide, any future relief is more likely to be focused and conditional rather than broad and automatic. This is why seniors should be cautious when hearing claims that everyone will get $2,000 or that payments are already approved. These statements often ignore how divided decision making can be and how long the process usually takes. Even when relief is approved, it often comes with income limits, eligibility rules, and specific timelines that are very different from what rumors suggest. Preparation is one of the most powerful tools seniors have right now. This does not mean expecting the worst, but it does mean planning based on confirmed income rather than possible payments. Reviewing monthly expenses, understanding benefit schedules, and knowing when adjustments usually occur can reduce stress and improve financial confidence. Small steps, like setting aside emergency funds when possible or reviewing eligibility for assistance programs, can make a meaningful difference. Healthcare costs deserve special attention. For many seniors, medical expenses are the largest and most unpredictable part of the budget. Even without a stimulus check, changes to Medicare premiums, prescription drug costs, and coverage rules can have a bigger impact than a one-time payment. Staying informed about enrollment periods and coverage options helps seniors avoid unnecessary expenses and surprises. Housing is another major concern. Rent, property taxes, and utilities have increased significantly in many areas. While a stimulus check might provide temporary relief, long-term solutions often come from local or state programs, property tax relief initiatives, or housing assistance for seniors. These programs are not always widely advertised, but they can provide ongoing support that lasts far longer than a single check. It is also important to talk about taxes, because many seniors are surprised by how changes in income affect their tax situation. Some past stimulus payments were not taxable, but other forms of assistance can influence tax filings or benefit calculations. Understanding how income sources interact helps seniors avoid unexpected bills and plan more effectively. Misinformation remains one of the biggest challenges right now. The internet moves fast and sensational headlines spread quickly, especially when they involve money. Seniors should rely on clear, consistent information and avoid reacting to claims that create urgency or fear. If a payment were truly approved, it would be communicated clearly and repeatedly through official channels, not quietly announced through unofficial messages. Family conversations also play a role. Many seniors rely on children or relatives for help understanding financial news. Open discussions based on facts rather than rumors can prevent misunderstandings and help families plan together. Financial stability is stronger when everyone involved understands what is real and what is still uncertain. Looking ahead, the most realistic expectation for 2026 is not a guaranteed $2,000 stimulus check, but continued adjustments to existing benefit systems and possible targeted relief measures. These changes may not feel dramatic, but they shape daily life in important ways. For many seniors, predictable monthly income matters more than occasional large payments, even if those payments sound appealing. That said, it is also fair to acknowledge why the idea of a $2,000 check resonates so strongly. Many older adults are tired of choosing between necessities, watching savings shrink, and worrying about unexpected expenses. This frustration fuels demand for stronger support, and it is why these conversations continue year after year. While hope should be balanced with realism, it should not be dismissed entirely. As we close this video, let's bring everything together clearly and calmly. Right now, there is no confirmed $2,000 stimulus check scheduled for 2026. Claims saying otherwise are either based on proposals, political discussion, or misinformation. However, that does not mean seniors are being ignored. Ongoing changes to Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, healthcare costs, and local assistance programs continue to shape financial security in meaningful ways. The most important takeaway is this: staying informed empowers better decisions. By focusing on verified information, understanding how benefits work, and planning around confirmed income, seniors can protect themselves from disappointment and scams while making the most of available support. Financial security is not built on rumors, but on knowledge, preparation, and realistic expectations. No matter what headlines appear in the future, understanding the system puts control back where it belongs, in the hands of those who depend on it most.